I first read the script, I just thought, how on earth am I going to do this? I really don't know this person. I can't relate to her at all. I have nothing of my own life experience that I can use. Literally nothing. And when you have to turn your eyes into your soul to try and find something, and there's nothing there for you, it's really scary. So to bring Hannah Schmitz to life was an absolutely enormous challenge, and a huge responsibility as well, because it's a much-loved piece of German literature, and many people have differing opinions about Hannah Schmitz. They love her, they loathe her, they feel for her, they don't. And I had to hang on to my instincts about who she was and just really be very kind of interior and private about that in order to kind of have something that was solid inside me to get me through it. I really don't believe in this notion that actors and actresses should look sort of untouchably perfect in films. You know, we aren't perfect at all, and I wanted to embody this this woman and to, you know, feel her strength. You know, physically she's very strong, and you know, she's worked all of her life, and she's a peasant. She comes from a very, very poor background, and you know, she sort of wears all of that in her body as well as in her emotions, and so no, it was actually very important to me not to kind of go and work out like crazy. The whole experience of aging like that and working with prosthetics in that way is something I've never done before, so, you know, as an actor, to get to experience something so new was just really, really fascinating. And it wouldn't have been possible for me to do any of that aging process emotionally if it hadn't have been for that brilliant makeup. It was exhausting, you know. It took 7 hours to put on every day, and the bodysuit weighed about 15 pounds. But it made a big difference to how I moved and the bringing to life of, you know, that many years of aging. He's not a kid. He's a young man. You know, he is 18. He is an adult. He didn't need that much looking after. It was, you know, it was the same as shooting any other scene of that nature, a scene, that level of intimacy, involving nudity. You know, it's always a bit nerve-wracking, and you have to really rehearse those scenes so that everybody knows exactly what's going on, the actors and the camera and so on. You know, what was important for us as actors was to convey the level of tenderness and honesty between the two of them, because it is a love story, it's not a Holocaust movie. And that to me was very important. We had to really set that tone at the beginning of the piece, because it's about these two people falling in love and needing each other.
So wonderful, and I really wanted to honour the novel and be everything for this character that Bernhard Schlink, who wrote the novel, had thought that Hannah Schmitz really was, and so it was very difficult. You know, I had to read a lot about the Holocaust. I had to learn a lot about the role of an SS guard. It was 7 hours of makeup every day when we were doing those scenes. We would start at 3:30 in the morning and we would be on set at 10:30 in the morning, and that was the way it was. But it was a fascinating process, and you know, it wouldn't have been possible for me to age those 35 years if it had not been for the brilliance of that makeup and the skill of the technicians who made the prosthetics that made me 68 years old. People would say to me, you know, do you worry that you might look like this when you're, you know, this age? And that just didn't occur to me at all. I was just so impressed by the work that everybody had done on this makeup, and so excited to, you know, to make it move and bring it to life. It was no different, to be honest with you, than it would be with any actor. You know, I've always really enjoyed the experience of working and collaborating with actors. I love the company of actors and directors, and you know, with David we got along so well, and just to be there for him, you know, just to make him feel that he didn't have to do anything that was frightening by himself, to know that I understood, and to know that I had also been there too. You know, when I started acting, I was very, very young, and had to do some extremely difficult, emotional and very intimate scenes at a very young age, and it is terrifying, and I wanted for him to know that I saw all of that, and that I would be there to make it as easy for him as possible. Quite frankly, I'm planning to spend the majority of the holidays in my pajamas. Literally.
So no hair and makeup team this season?
So no hair and makeup team this season. Santa Claus part of our home, and he will be coming, and there'll be jingly bells in the garden at midnight, and they'll hear them.